Hi, my name is Elizabeth Vries, and I've made a decision to do a series of videos. I work as a spiritual counselor and a healer, and I am a medium, which means I have great access to the inner realms, and when people pass over, I'm able to communicate with them and help. I do also a lot of work with animals and a lot of creative artistic work. Everything I do in my life comes from one center of my being. Excuse my hand, I banged it today. It comes from my heart, and someone was asking me the other day, how have you lived as long as you have into your 80s and you still have a relatively strong body and a sense of calmness and a sense of deep capacity to feel what others feel. And I was thinking really deeply how I live my life, and obviously we've all, as we get older, had a lot of time for introspection, spending time reflecting on all the acts we have done in this life, looking back, feeling remorse, but also understanding. But for the most part, we have all done the best we can with what we knew in that moment. Of course, we would do it differently now. We have more life experience. We faced things over and over and over until we finally gotten the inner message of why. But I wanted to say that I feel the reason I have gotten, why I feel we're in a human form beyond all else, is our capacity to feel and to let ourselves fully experience life, all of life, the beautiful, passionate, joyous moments of life, and the deep, painful, incredibly agonizing moments of loss and suffering. But I'm grateful for all of it. Yes, there were things I wish could not have happened, should not have happened, would not have happened. But as I grow older, I understand the gift of loss, the gift of pain, the gift of being alone, of solitude, of being in my garden, of looking into the face of my animals. I was thinking the other day, what did Jesus mean when he said, turn the other cheek? What was that? It's a hard one to understand. Someone swats you in the cheek, you're supposed to turn the other cheek. But then when I really thought about it, I realized it's a lot to do with focus. And to me, I'm focusing on something negative. I'm focusing on something the president's doing, or ICE is doing, or somebody I know is doing something hurtful, and I'm taking it too personally. And my main understanding of that turning the other cheek is to take my focus completely off that situation. After I've allowed myself to feel, I don't go into denial. I let myself feel the core of what it is that's disturbing me at such a deep level within my soul. And then I take my focus and I put it to something beautiful. I get out my art and I create an image with the flowers. I go out in the garden. I spend time with my animals, or I call a favorite friend, or I just lie there and give gratitude that I've made it this far in my life, and that I'm still able to help and serve and give back to life all the many glorious gifts that I've received. All the blessings, all of the joy, all the laughter, all the physical holding, all the creation of meals and sharing of meals and the raising of my babies, and it's just brimming over with joyful memories. And in this moment, I have an opportunity to create new memories, or I can keep my focus on what's wrong. And I can look at what's wrong, and I can get tied up in knots, and I can repeat it over and over and over, but that accomplishes absolutely nothing. So I'm saying today, let's take our lives and let's look at our lives in a way where we bring a sense of upliftment from within our own soul to what has been beautiful and what we're grateful for, and move beyond the sadness, move beyond the grief, and just feel life. Let yourself just feel the beauty of this life, no matter what is going on around you. There is a glorious beauty to being alive. Thank you.